a slice of happiness in the kitchen. So we've shown you a cake with rainbow layers before. We've shown you those beautiful multicolored buttercream swirls, right? But how about a rainbow bundt? We're taking the simplicity of a one-pan cake and turning the inside into a work of art. The result is a cake that the beautiful Mandy Merriman says is just as happy as they come. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, we had a big hug and then I started petting this beautiful dress.
I'm like, kind of a weird texture.
What it is, but it's amazing. It's so great to see.
It's fun.
Then I saw the cake.
Yes.
This cake is the cutest cake I think I've ever seen. It's a smaller size bundt.
Yes, it's a little bundt made in a little ring pan, and it is just as cute as it comes.
And when I read rainbow bundt, I don't know what I was expecting, but if you go kind of like horizontal eye level to this cake, the rainbow is standing, like it's looping around those curves in the coolest way.
It sure is, and a lot of that has to do with the shape of the pan and the way we pipe all the big cake batter right into the pan.
Yeah, what made you look, I mean, you look at this pan and I just think yummy cake, but you're like, hey, a rainbow could fit in there.
Let's think. Exactly. So every year around St. Patrick's Day, I love going rainbow crazy. I love putting stuff on the outside, inside, in through, all around rainbow cakes. And so this time I'm like, we need to make this into a bundt cake. And I've seen lots of cakes where you pipe in all the rainbow colors into the bundt pan, but I thought, let's make it a little rainbow shape inside of it when you slice into it, like a surprise. And so it just came together, and it's so easy to execute. So I think that's what makes it most fun. Is it simple to do?
Insanely curious. You say simple. I'm insanely curious to see how you're getting the color upright. So
yeah, okay.
It's all about layering?
You kind of have to think upside down for a minute.
Okay.
So just think upside down. But first things first is you just make one batch of my white cake. Very simple to pull together. And most people already have the ingredients for them in their kitchen already.
Like how I got all reverent? My white cake, and I'm like,
You're like, yes, the white cake.
The white cake. The white cake.
It is good. I love using it. It's my go-to. I love that cake. So what I did is I made one batch of it, and then you're gonna need a couple of those little like kid cereal bowls from Target, and you're gonna split your batter into a bunch of different colors.
Roy G. Biv?
Roy G. Biv, yes. You have to remember your color rainbow song. And so what I have here is these are little Americolor gels, and the reason why I love using these is they are bright, vibrant colors without using a ton of gel in there. So, and they don't change the taste. They're just really bright and gorgeous for this cake.
I feel like by now we know about the gel and the power color punch that it brings, but it's still a time like this when we are celebrating the rainbow like we are with St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you really come to hand over heart appreciate just the vibrancy of those color gels.
Absolutely, and I feel like this cake is just fun to make as it is to look at, as it is to eat, and so to pull it together, I mean, everybody can be involved.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually have you do it alongside me if that's all right.
There's 2 pans.
There's 2 pans here, Brooke. We're all ready. So what I did is I started off by separating my white cake into little bowls and adding the colors. So you really only need about between a ½ cup and 2/3 cup of your color, of your bowls, and add your color in.
So and don't be fooled, this is all batter.
Right, this is all batter, no frosting for this one. And so what I did is I have my little bags here, and I just put the batter in, and then I grabbed my son's little loom bracelet things, you know, that you craft with.
Did you coordinate the purple?
I actually did.
Elastic,
I had to. And so
we don't just love the rainbow because it's colorful. We love it because it speaks to our OCD souls.
It really helps us to be able to just connect all the dots there. So I'm gonna help you out here. Grab your little end because the batter is a little runny. It's not like buttercream where it keeps its shape in there. This one is a little more runny. So just make sure your bag is pointed up like this when you're not using it. So first things first, we're gonna make our rainbow on the inside. And the way you do that is we're gonna add in one little layer first, just like this. Just making one little base. That way we know that our buttercream is, or not our buttercream, our cake batter is gonna be piped right on top. And then just give it a little tap. Make sure it's nice and flat, just like this. Ooh, you're doing great so far. So far, so good, right? Not scary. We're good. And then, so what I did the first time that I made this cake is I actually did it upside down. So start with your red, guys. Start with your red. So in order for, it's kind of like a zebra cake where you pipe something and then put it on top and put it on top, and it just layers in. So we're gonna start, make sure when you're piping it, we're gonna actually pipe it right in the center. See how it's in the center of that color right there? Keep it right in the middle. Sorry, I'm trying not to hit the camera there. Where we go?
Under pressure. There we go. Here we go.
And just pipe the whole thing, so all of it.
Oh, in the center?
Yep, right there. Oh, you're doing great. Brooks looks better than mine. You need to check hers out. She's a professional. She's doing it.
Buttering me up.
She's doing it great.
All of it?
Yep, all of it, the whole thing. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a tap again because we need a nice flat surface. So you can either tap it like macarons, or you can just Tap it with the bottom. Okay. Well done, Brooke. We're gonna snip our next one. Are you ready for orange, my dear?
This is pressure.
Under pressure.
I know. Orange.
Okay, so let's do our orange, and I'm gonna do it right in the center this time. So
every time you recenter it.
Every time, just pipe it right in the center.
I mean, this batter is really runny. How much is it gonna move though when it?
When it bakes, it's actually gonna stay pretty put, and it stays in its little rainbow shape.
Oops, I'm getting a squiggle going. Straighten it out.
It's okay. You know what? There's gonna be a perfect slice in there somewhere, and if not, I mean, that one can go in the back, but it's gonna taste just as delicious anyway.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you go, Brooke.
This is fun. It's snaking on me. Get
you
control of your piping bag, Brooke.
You know what? I think if we make a bigger slice next time, it won't be sneaky.
Okay, all right, good.
Let's make a bigger slice.
Sneaky
there
or
we go.
snaky
Little
or
problem
both?
solving. So we're gonna start with our yellow, stick that one in there. Isn't this just bright and fun?
This is fun.
I love the colors that we have going on here.
Do you dream in cake? Like, are you always just laying in bed at night? I mean, we all kind of run through our day. Are you running through, what am I gonna make next?
You know what, Brooke, I really am. I have this notebook that I keep by my bed and I keep in my purse, and stuff comes to me and I just write it down, and it is so fun. I feel like there's not enough time in the day for all the cakes that I wanna make. And so when ideas like this come, it's just so fun. I just think, okay, let's do this.
We copy, admire, and look up to you. Who do you follow? Who are the big names you follow online to give you inspiration?
I love following artists. I feel like people that are passionate about what they're doing and how they're doing it, they inspire me the most. They live and breathe what they're doing, but also they keep it real, you know? Like, I want to see someone totally mess up this Bundt cake and be like, you know what, let's try again, and do it again and again until it's perfect.
Yeah.
Just their resilience, I feel like their ability to be grounded, but also to be able to share something they love is just something that I cling to.
When you say artists, are you looking at like painters sometimes even?
Yeah, sometimes painters. Last year I made a cake that was inspired by a pillow that I saw at Target.
Stop.
I'm not even kidding.
We just want to buy the Target for our couch. Mandy's like, Mandy's like, I want to put that pillow in my Bundt pan.
I want to do that. So things like that, I love it. It just, I mean, even now, just the seasons, my favorite type of cakes to make are the ones that are these fun technique cakes, because I make really yummy cake flavors that are in my cookbook and things like that. But I love to ones that match the season, because I feel like every season there's a holiday of something that we can celebrate. Yeah. And fun activities like this
we always
bring us all together.
Pick one thing. Like, even if you're just making this cake for St. Patrick's Day, suddenly you've elevated the everyday and it's a celebration. Is this gonna work?
It really is. Brooke, this is perfect so far.
It's kind of melding. Yours is too.
Going great. It's going great. So here's the part where we get the arch. So you see how I have a little bit of this white cake batter left in here? This is how you get the arch. You're gonna continue this pattern that we've been doing so far, but you're gonna pipe it just in the middle, because this is gonna make that arch after you bake it. It's forcing the purple to kind of go in with everything else. And it's making another ring, but it's gonna look like it's part of that rainbow because the rest of it is white on the outside. So here we have that white in there. Yep, right in the middle. And then pat it down. No, that's perfect.
Oh, that's it.
Yep, that's it. And then you see how we have this white ring right here? That's gonna lay the little arch. So if you think upside down, you think, okay, this is where the arch is. Now you're gonna—
that's the middle of it?
Yep, that's the middle of the rainbow. And then now, because that base is already set in, just pipe in the rest.
Let it flow.
Doesn't have to be in the middle. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it flow.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I gave you a little spatula here, Miss Brooke, right here. And what you're gonna do is just gently, just smooth it out, just like this.
I feel so unfeminine right now. I'm like squatting, I'm like squeezing, I'm just feeling.
It's okay. Squatting is part of caking, because you have to get down to see its eye level anyway. And so
my mouth's hanging open.
You're doing
I'm concentrating really hard.
You're doing all the right things.
I want to impress my friend Mandy.
I'm already impressed by you. Every single day you're an inspiration.
Well,
so
you all pay
we're adding that to the list. No.
Okay, so smooth.
Smooth it right out nice and gently, because you already have that arch underneath your rainbow.
All right.
And all we're doing right now is just making this cute little base at the bottom so that the rainbow has something fun to sit on.
All right, we bake her up.
Yep, so you bake this in the oven. It's only in there for a little less than 30 minutes. And then after you flip it over, which is always like the scariest part, because I'm like, okay.
You're like, please.
Bundt, please stick.
And this was well greased, I noticed.
It was. I did a swipe of shortening and a dust of flour. I love it. It works every time.
Okay.
And then what you do is you flip it over, and you should be able to slice it and see these cute little rainbows on the inside.
Look at that. What's on top?
And I just did ganache strips, so just chocolate and heavy cream. And I melted it, added little drips, and then I love sprinkles. Oh my goodness. So I had to put sprinkles on the top just to take all those flavors on the inside, on the outside.
And I kind of love, maybe this is my age showing, that you went old school classic on the sprinkles, like with the good old Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Jimmies, I love these.
Yeah, that's
perfect for funfettis.
I love it.
Mandy,
this is so fun. I can't wait.
Thank you. You did it.
My kids are going to flip. This is so exciting. You mentioned a couple of resources we want to make sure and share. Of course, your website and Instagram.
Yes, Baking with Blondie on Instagram and Facebook, and also my website, bakingwithblondie.com.
And the book. We're still celebrating. writing the book.
Thank you. My second edition of Cake Confidence came out last fall, and then right now I'm finishing up all the details for my new cookbook.
Say it. Yes?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Okay.
And the pre-orders are going to be available in the fall.
Fantastic. All right, you'll get more information on Baking with Mandy. This was so fun. I would hug you, but I'm not going to ruin your beautiful dress.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you. This was so fun. The Rainbow Bundt Cake, a fun bake to try, a baking project to try.